the St. Timothy Arena in St. Timothy, Quebec for round one of the 2023 LHCO playoffs in U-18B. The Mohawks and the Huntingdon Huskies, Kahnawake in black with orange and white trim, starting Chaz Norton. Robert Legree in goal for Huntingdon, his dad. Robert Legree Sr., the head coach of the Huskies, and we are underway. Huntingdon attacking from right to left, and here's the feed that's broken up by Dehoradodu Daiba, who's back after breaking his collarbone a little over a month ago. And he's got it here for the Mohawks. Daiba flicks one up the center ice. Lead pass is broken up, intended for Wesley Morris, and now there's a slap shot. Doesn't hit the net, look out! Oh, Chaz Norton making an early save, having a slide post to post. Noah Norton Sr. not in the lineup. He's definitely not in the lineup, but he's not behind the bench today either for the Mohawks. So it's Hunter Mator and Lee Snow taking over as the head coach for tonight's contest. George Jacobs picks it up. And that is played up, and Daytona Lazar's pass will go out to center ice. Retrieved by Huntingdon, that's Victor Ganem. Ganem, a wrist shot. Glove save, loose in the slot. And Huntingdon coming on hard here to start the game. Back to the high slot, a wrister blocked by Jacobs, and away comes George Jacobs. Jacobs accelerates over the blue line, now slows it down, trying to drop it back. But Dennis Mator has to get back. A 2-on-1. Matthew Stacy on defense pokes it away. Back out in front, Mator the intercept. And now it's taken back by the Mohawks. Here comes Cross. But that's a Howie Cross. Has a look. Gets a shot right on, and that'll be stopped and swallowed up by the Huntingdon keeper, Legree. Of course, on the other side of the bracket, the Kahnawake Blackhawks already through to the quarterfinals. Over a week into the LHCO playoffs, only one team from Kahnawake has not made it to the quarters. Well, two if you include the Mohawks. But the U-13C Mohawks, of course, eliminated Sunday in a 2-1 decision over in Huntingdon. There's a steal, wrister, and that one was handled by Legree. Played off the boards. And away come the Huskies, flicking one up the center ice. And that'll get back into Mohawks territory. Chaz Norton lets it roll behind the net. Ronan Daiba picks it up, takes a bump. And Daiba will play one up too far. Intended for Noah Norton, who's got it now. Lost his step, going into Huntingdon territory. Carter Snow, Riley Tuax, and Norton the forward. So Ronan Daiba and Wesley Morris on the back end here. Morris sends it back deep. That pass too hot for Tuax to handle. Pass out in front. And that'll be chipped by Morris. And look out, a 3-on-1 developing for Huntingdon. Morris gets back and breaks it up. Daiba gave it up, and Chaz Norton decides to play it. Riley Tuax back up the center ice. Pass deflected in by Dehoradodu Daiba. 12:20 to go in the first period. And there's a steal by the Mohawks. Dehainurukwadir on the offense. George Jacobs on the intercept, shoots it into Huntingdon territory. Just a little over 3 minutes gone by in the first. Pass off the boards. Intercepted by the Mohawks. Not able to get a shot off. And now it's thrown back behind the Huntingdon goal. Daiba goes after the puck. And Dehoradodu trying to outmaneuver the Huntingdon defenseman Shink. And Shink took it away. Back goes Huntingdon across center ice. Mohawks won the last game these two teams played 8-1. That was on February 4th over at the Sports Complex. Daiba. And that's one-handed back out. Dehoradodu Daiba. And now Huntingdon passes it back up the center ice. Mohawks are going to go on a power play here. We have a tripping call coming up to Huntingdon. And away come the Mohawks back into Huskies territory. And that wrist shot deflects, and it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers power play. And it's a penalty to the Huskies for a trip. And Dylan Dubois is going to sit off for 2 minutes or less. Face off won by Huntington. Banged off the boards but not out. On the side of the goal, they try to stuff it, and that'll be swallowed up by the Huntington keeper. The Mohawks are fully healthy. It seems like we haven't seen Suggo Rice in a million years, but he's back out there. They got a fully healthy squad here, the Mohawks do tonight. No suspensions, and obviously it's the playoffs. You're kind of hoping nothing changes. Everybody usually banged up at this point in time, but the Mohawks are just getting over that injury bug. And suspension bug, too. Back behind the goal it goes. Bowen Deere has a look. Throws it back to George Jacobs at the point. Jacobs settles in. Jacobs winds up. He shoots, and that's tipped wide of the goal. Picked up by Bowen, he threw it out in front, and the pass barely failed to connect with Darius Montour, who sends it back deep. Bowen Deere threw it out in front, off the skate of Montour. He picks it back up in the corner, trying to power his way to the goal. Had it checked off his stick. Back to the point it goes. Jacobs makes the move. George Jacobs walking right in. Jacobs still with it. George out in front. That pass is deflected, and the Huskies will get it out of the zone. And Matthew Stacy intercepts at center, and it's turned over. Away comes Huntington, partial break. Chaz Norton the save. Rebound! That's sent wide of the goal. Bowen Deere and Matt Stacy were back defensively to break that up, and it's played up the center ice where it is stolen and shot back in on Norton. Chaz leaves it for his defenseman. That's played off the boards. Got by Daytona Lazar, and now the Mohawks will have to regroup. Ronan Dybel leads the charge into Huntington territory. Dropped back. But that's a Howie Cross. Moves in. Shoots. And that is fought off. I don't know what that hit on the way through. Huskies shoot it up, but they would have had a 2-on-1 coming back. Morris. Cross. To Tuax. And Riley Tuax's pass hits a stick and goes out of play. Power play is over. Mohawks now 0 for 1 on the Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers power play. Played off the boards. Huntington settles it down. Carter Snow not able to reel that one in. Ronan Dybel now intercepts. Closing up. Mohawks going for the stretch pass a lot here in the early going. Wesley Morris now brings it into Huntington territory. Takes a shot away. That is steered aside by Legree. Tuax. Oh! That'll be a penalty on Huntington. That'd be a good hit at the ECHL or AHL level, but not here. And the Mohawks will go back to work on the Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers power play. Kahnawake 0 for 1 on the power play, and here they're going for opportunity number 2. Face off to the left of Legree. And it's won by the Mohawks. Back to George Jacobs at the point. His shot hit off Noah Norton, who's playing up tonight. One defenseman out. That's Todd Jacobs. He's not in the game for the Mohawks tonight. At least not from what it looks like. Back to the point it goes. Picked off. And Matt Stacy's going to have to get back. Away goes Huntington on the PK. Out in front. That pass is intercepted. Stacy trying to get it up for Deere. And Dehydraco Deere takes it. Gets it up the center ice. Good pass up the Deere on his offside. Trying to deke in. Chip towards the Huntington net. Clearing attempt. Jacobs knocked it down. George Jacobs still with it. Now Deer throws it back behind the goal, looking to hit Daibo. That pass a little too weak, and the Huskies will come back. First minute gone by in the power play. Away goes Huntingdon. This shot won't hit the net. Behind your Deer gets it out. Taken away by the Huskies, and away goes Huntingdon into Mohawks territory. Here come the Huskies, and that's knocked away by Matt Stacy. Back out in front it comes. A shot is blocked. Opportunity, Chaz Norton with a good stop in tight. 30 seconds left to go in the power play. Behind your Deer, what a move! He's in! He scores! Oh, baby! Light the fire, start the tires. The Mohawks have the lead. It's 1-0. Deer goes coast to coast and gets the Mohawks on the board. And the Mohawks have hit the jackpot with the Mohawks Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers power play. They strike gold. 1-0 Kahnawake on a beautiful solo effort by Deer. Wow. Shot back into Kahnawake territory. A little late, but it was icing. That's the right call. Deer has given the Mohawks the 1-0 lead to start game 1 of this playoff run. The crosstown rival Blackhawks are already in the quarterfinals. That game's up on YouTube, as you saw. Albany, the overtime winner. 2.5 minutes into OT to give the Blackhawks a 3-2 win. Nothing easy now, no. There's nothing easy in the playoffs. Suggo Rice moves in, gets a shot away, save Legria, rebound, set wide of the goal. Back out in front, score! Suggo Rice wears number 2. He has goal number 2, and the Mohawks lead 2-0. Well, initially this attempt is foiled. The rebound goes behind the net. It's thrown back out. Legree gets a piece of this one-timer, but it's not enough, and it trickles through, and the Kahnawake Mohawks have a healthy 2-0 lead here with 6:24 to go in the first. It's healthy, but then again, when I was 16, I was only 145 pounds. Now, I don't like to mention my weight, but it's 50 pounds heavier. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, right? On that front, hey, I'm up to 18,000 steps today. Maybe I'm on the right track. Matthew Stacy brings it into Huntington, or that's Suggo Rice bringing it to Huntington territory. What a move! And he sent it wide of the goal. Back out in front, and that pass handcuffed Wesley Morris. That's why the Mohawks are built different than some of the other teams in this league, because they have so many game breakers. Here's one of them. Daytona Lazar tried to get a shot away. That was blocked by the skate of Hunter Tremblay. Back to the point it goes. The wrister, Ronan Daibo's shot is blocked, and the Huskies are away. 2-0 the other way. Back across. Score! That is Connor Smythe, a terrific hockey name, and he's got a terrific goal to start Huntington's scoring scene here tonight. 2-1 Mohawks lead. Well, initially the shot is blocked. Ronan Daibo does get back into the play, but Connor Smythe is away as well, and he gets the feed, and the Mohawks lead is trimmed in half, 2-1. Riley Tuax sends one out in front. That pinball is back up to the point, and the Huskies clear it out. Icing coming up here, and that will indeed be the call with 5:07 to go in the first. Two to 1 Mohawks leading with 5 minutes, 7 seconds to play in the first period. Riley Tuax Getting set to take the draw on the right-hand side of the Huntingdon net. One back by the Mohawks. A wrist shot hits something on the way through, and Huntingdon will have it, and they'll clear it back to the point. That's it. Riley Tuax, a shot, and he airmails it over the top of the goal. Icing wave. Matthew Stacy picks it up. Chips it off the boards. Bowen Deere deflects it. Cleared off the wall. Back comes Huntingdon into Kahnawake territory. Slap shot. Norton the stop, and he will gobble up the rebound. You see a little rough stuff going on there. There's nothing much there. It's just introductory speeches. If you're Huntingdon, you got to let Norton know, like, hey, we're going to be here. We're going to be here all night. We're going to be sending waves of players to the front of that goal. And if you're the Mohawks, you got to be up for the challenge and say, well, our guys are going to be right there as well. Face-off won by the Mohawks. And away goes Neho Daibo as far as center ice. Back into Huntingdon territory. He shoots, stick save by Legree. Daibo in the corner. Won that battle. Comes out in front. Set wide of the goal by Dehainurako Deer. Deer turning. Back down low. Daibo. Deho off angle shot. That one blocked by Liam Smythe. Back out in front it goes. And that feed is blocked. 2 Smythes on the team, 2 Legrees on the team as well. Now Deho moving in. Tripped up, penalty coming up. And Deho a little angry. He felt like he was given an extra shot, I would assume, after the whistle, but it is once again time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers power play. The Mohawks 1 for 2 on the night. All this because of good work from this line. And the head coach of the Mohawks tonight, Lee Snow, he's going to give them another chance here. Try to reward them. Dehainurako Deer, pad save Legree. Boy, what a stop from point-blank range by the Huntingdon keeper. And an interference call coming up on the Mohawks. That'll wipe out the power play. There's a 10-minute misconduct added, I believe, to Daibo. Or is it to Snow? No, it's just an extra double minor. It's an extra minor on Deho Daibo. So 2 for interference and 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. And that'll even up the odds here. 4 players aside for the next minute 50. That power play lasted a grand total of 10 seconds. Oh, no, it's not on Deho It is on Lee Snow. That's the only reason why Bowen Deere is going to a sin bin, I'd imagine. So should this be 4-on-3 Huntingdon? It should be 4-on-3 Huntingdon if they're sending an extra guy to the box. And if it's a penalty to Lee Snow. Anyway, shot blocked by Wesley Morris and the puck gets out. And away comes Huntingdon. It's 4-on-4 by the way. Dehainurako Deer gave it away. Wrist shot tipped wide of the goal. Back out in front. Chaz Norton makes the stop, hugging the post. Back out in front of the goal. Broken up by Norton. Follow-up chance. Chaz punched it away, and Wesley Morris is on it. Up to Dehainurako Deer. Deer deking his way through. 2-on-1 Mohawks. Deer in cross. Oh, no, that's how he jumped the gun. Offside. It's a 5-on-4 for Huntingdon despite what happens in the next minute 10. Does that other guy come on the ice? And that'll be a 6-on-4. Deer fires, save, a rebound. Legree had it trickle wide. Legree got it with the shoulder. 5-on-4 Huntington, but they have a minute or 55 seconds left on the power play, which is up on the board, or a penalty that's up on the board. So if that penalty adds, oh, there's a steal. Deer with the back check. Follow-up chance. Wrist shot knocked down by Ronan Daibo. We almost had a chance to no longer ask that question. But that's a Howie cross. What a move! Backhander, Legree knocked it aside. Out in front, Brister blocked. 25 seconds left in the Huntington penalty up on the board, but will that make it a 6-on-4? Icing on the Huskies. Huntington's got for 18 seconds. They've been playing 5-on-4 since the Mohawks took that double minor, but they still have a penalty up on the board. I'll show you it. It should be 4-on-4. And then 5-on-4. Or I was making the argument either it should have been 4-on-3 for the Huskies for 2 minutes. Anyway, Chaz Norton hangs on to that. Yeah, Chaz Norton heard us. Chaz Norton heard us, and he's asking the question right now to the official. That's a good question because there's still 8 seconds left, and it's not like the Huskies picked up a misconduct. If they picked up a misconduct, I would guess why that guy would be still in the box after the penalty's over. So now the penalty's over and he's still in the box. Then here comes Daytona Lazar. And it's still 5-on-4. That guy has to stay in the box for Huntington. I don't know why. But the Huskies, anyway, with 100 seconds remaining here, have a minute 50 left in their power play. That double minor is now down to just a single minor. Lazar had that pass, hit him in the back, and Matthew Stacy sends this baby back all the way down the ice. 1:25 to go. Mohawks 2, Huskies 1, and that pass is stolen. Suggo Rice, Dehainer Deer, the goals for the Mohawks. Connor Smythe, the goal for Huntington. And the Huskies now working their way back up the center ice. Stolen puck by Noah Norton. Norton sends it across. Lazar! And that one's deflected by the defenseman, Victor Ganim. And we're in the final minute of play of this first. Away come the Huskies. Matthew Stacy pokes it away. And Stacy going for a skate. Matthew Stacy coming in. Matthew Stacy fires, and he shot it over the top of the hole. George Jacobs pitching, and he's able to make the play and send the Huskies back behind their own goal. Broken up. Here comes Suggo Rice, juking his way in. Fires, and he missed it short side. Back up to George Jacobs at center ice, and he'll just shoot this one in on Legree. It tips. Oh, if you're Huntington there, Liam Shaw, you got to be careful. There's the stretch pass. It's a beauty. Caught by the Huskies. Arister not on Norton. Down to the final 7 seconds. Wesley Morris chips it off the boards. Suggo Rice has 1 second left. Slap shot. No. That is it for period 1. Dehainer Deer, Suggo Rice have scored for the Mohawks. And meanwhile, Connor Smythe has answered for Huntington. 2-1 K-Hawks after the first. All right, we're back here at the St. Timothy Arena. Second period of play. The Kahnawake Mohawks lead the Huntington Huskies 2-1. 10 seconds remain in a power play for the Huskies. That's chipped off the wall, and that'll do it. So Bowen Deere should be coming up. Daibo should be out of the box now. Why is he still in there? It should be 5-on-5. What's going on? That's it. The penalties are off the board, but Daibo has to remain in the box? What in the world is going on right now? Why is he still in the box? This is weird, man. 1 minute gone by in the period. The Mohawks still have a guy in the penalty box for some reason and still only have 4 guys on the ice. There's a turnover. Backhander. Chaz Norton answers the bell. Stolen puck and away come the Mohawks. Suggle Rice fires. That's stopped. And the Huskies pick up the rebound. Deer brings it in. Dehainenukwa chipped over the blue line and the Huskies pick it up. Chipped off the boards. Deer knocks it down. Dehainenukwa Deer. Wow, look at these moves. He's still got it. And that's sent through the blue paint. Well, the Mohawks are doing okay with 4 players, even though they should have 5. Wesley Morris is patted aside. And now the Huskies shoot it down. And now he's finally allowed out. All's told, Dehoirodu had to spend about another minute and a half in the penalty box. Anyway, he's out now. Face off to the right of the Huntingdon goal. George Jacobs shoots, glove save, and no rebound given up by Legree. Face-off won by the Mohawks. George Jacobs shoots it back in behind the Huntingdon goal. Huskies scoop it up, played off the boards, and that'll get back to the point, and away goes Huntingdon. Ganame, a wrister, and that shot sails wide of the target. And then it'll get out, and Huntingdon has to tag up. Backhander, Chaz Norton makes the save. George Jacobs in the corner. Back to the point. It's stolen. And a blind pass. Works! But that's a Howie cross. In tight, and he has it knocked away. Across. That pass broken up by Legree, the tender. And it's banked as far as the point. Noah Norton can't handle it. Norton and George Jacobs on the fence. Out in front of Cobbs! No, that's stopped. Chaz Norton's got it. An extra minute and a half on the scoreboard. I don't get it. Face off to the left of the Mohawks cage. Daytona Lazar shoots, and that's stopped by Legree, and he'll hang on. There's a steal. Lazar! Oh, what a shoulder save. Big stop by Robert Legree. Stolen by the Mohawks. Out in front. And away comes Huntingdon. Penalty coming up for interference. And that'll go on Todd Jacobs, who was out for the first period and now back in. And Todd's going to have to sit for 2 minutes or less, and it's a power play coming up for Huntingdon. Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers penalty kill going back to work. Hopefully this won't be as confusing as the last one was, where Huntingdon got basically an extra minute and a half worth of power play time because Dehoirodu Daibo was not allowed out of the Sinton after his penalty was released on the clock. But the Mohawks win the draw and shoot it back into Huntington territory. 10:55 left to go in the second. Kahnawake 2. It's the Mohawks. Huntington Huskies 1. And away come the Huskies. Here's a wrist shot. Intercepted by the Mohawks. And Daytona Lazar flips it up. Pinballs. And Riley Tuax trying to get inside. Tuax. And he's muscled out of there by Shink. And Shink gets it up the boards. The Mohawks will shoot it back into Huntington territory and kill more time off that clock. 1:10 left to go in the penalty to the Mohawks. And it's played back up the center ice. Dubois brings it in. Dylan Dubois has a look. His pass deflected at center ice, but the middle of the ice still not out. Rister, Chaz Norton knocks it down and he'll hang on. Minutes, 2 seconds to go in the second. Mohawks 2, Huntington 1. As the face-off comes up to the left of Chaz Norton. Face-off to the left of Norton, as we mentioned. Mohawks win it, and that'll be shot out of the zone by George Jacobs. Lands right on Legree, and he'll have to play it. Off the boards, icing waved as it was banged in by the Huntington Huskies. Cleared to the point, but not out. Whoa, that sent through the blue paint. No one able to get a piece of it. Back to the point it comes. Slap shot! Chaz Norton to save it. He's going to keep it going. Down to 20. To the point it goes. They slide it back down. Up high to the top point. Here's a wrister. That deflects. It goes into the corner. 15 to go in the power play. Shink sends it down loud in front. Intercepted. And the Mohawks airmail this out of the zone. And that will do it for the Huntington power play. Huskies now 0 for 2 on the manpower advantage. Huntington 6-8-2 in the regular season. The Mohawks 11-5-2. Mohawks won the regular season series 1-0. But that's not Robert Legree, and that's Zach Thibault. So Thibault in nets. Here's a wrist there. Blocker saved by Norton. Zach Thibault, the starting netminder for Huntington. Legree is up on center ice. And away come the Mohawks. Rowan and Dibo leads the attack. Dibo sends it across. Jacobs, and that shot is blocked. They hide it up with Deer. Deer out in front. Back to the point. Rowan Dibo, a bounce shot lands on, and it's patted aside by Thibault. Stolen puck by Carter Snow. He shoots. Thibault will handle this one and hang on. With 7:58 to go in the second period of play, the Mohawks leading the Huntington Huskies by a count of 2-1. And a face-off to the right of the Huntington goal. This is the battle of the 9 versus 8 seed in the division. The Mohawks, the 8 seed, the Huskies, the 9. Face-off won by the Mohawks. George Jacobs has a look. Tipped towards the goal. Follow-up chance. Dibo couldn't get enough wood on it. Back out in front. That pass is intercepted. George Jacobs trying to keep it in. Could not. And the Mohawks will backtrack. Suggo Rice to Dehain Yurukwa. 2-on-1. Here. Dehord Odu. And Thibault poked it away. Back behind the net. Dehain Yurukwa back out. Rister, no. Dibo out in front. Lands on net. And Thibault forced to make a save. Suggo Rice crossbar! Iron unkind. Back to the point it comes. Fanned upon. Suggo Rice turns and fires. That misses the net. Great pressure by this line, but they're not able to convert. Suggo Rice gets there first as he beats up Irving. 6:55 to go in the second. 2-1 Mohawks leading. Controlled by Suggo Rice. Rice from the high slot. He fanned on it. There's a chance. Oh, what a save. Rebound. And Tebow's got it. And there you see some rough stuff going on in front of that Huntingdon net. Let's give some credit to Zach Tebow here. He started off, he has really turned it on here since giving up those 2 first period goals and has been really good in nets. Chaz Norton has made quite a few saves too the other way, but I mean Tebow making a big point blank save there to keep his baby at 2-1 with 6:40 to go in the second. Chipped off the boards by Todd Jacobs. Puck's trickling towards the end line, and that will indeed cross that goal line, icing against the Huntingdon Huskies with 6 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in the second. Don't forget, join us tomorrow. U11C action. The Il Perot Riverier will take on the Chateauguay Singers. That's the quarterfinals coverage at the Kahnawake Sports Complex starting at 6 o'clock. And Friday night will be in Huntingdon when the U11B Blackhawks take on the host Huskies in the round elimination game there. Daytona Lazar, backhander, and that hit something, did not land on net. Passed off the boards. Morris broke it up. Wesley Morris. Shot, save, rebound. Oh, it's sent wide of the goal, off the outside of the net. Daytona Lazar tried to settle it in, got a shot off, but it hit the outside of the post as Tebow thought he had it, but lost it. Played up to center ice. And the Huskies bring it into Mohawks territory. Shot back behind Chaz Norton. Off the boards it goes. And that is taken over by the Mohawks. And a 2-on-1 the other way. Chipped away. That is a good aggressive play by Zachary Shink. Lead pass. Huskies going for a change. Todd Jacobs gets rid of the puck and ices this down, and that will take us to the 5:22 mark of the second. Face-off won by the Mohawks, 5:18 to go in the second. Chipped off the boards, and away come the Mohawks. Saucer pass, and that goes in between two Kahnawake Ronu. Tuax with the takeaway, he shoots, blocked, Tuax again, tried to send it across, that one was blocked and it went off the outside of the goal. But that's a Howie cross, and that pass got behind Ronan Daibo. And away come the Huskies. Connor Smythe shoots, not on. Cross knocked it down at center ice, and the Huskies bring it back into Kahnawake territory. Rister fanned on, and it goes behind the net. Back out in front, Chaz Norton broke it up, and away come the Mohawks. 4:30 to go here in this second period. Back into Huntingdon territory goes. Wrist shot, blocked the save. Rebound in the slot! And they can't get a shot towards on net. They had one towards the goal, but that was blocked. Picked back up by Huntingdon. And chipped off the boards. And that'll get up to center ice. And away come the Huskies. Connor Smythe. His shot knocked down by Ronan Daibo. Cross slows it down. Stick save. No rebound. Face off one by Deho Rododu, trying to power it through. Dibo shoots and he missed it short side. And the puck banks back out. Noah Norton's going to have to retrieve it for the Mohawks. Norton to his defense partner. Lead pass stolen. And away goes Huntingdon. Shink on the attack. And Shink had it knocked off his stick. Here comes Deho Rodu Dibo. Dibo all alone. Backhander scores! The first goal of this period. And that comes with 3:28 left to go in the second, and the Mohawks up the lead to 2. It's 3-1. Now, fabulous play by Deho Rodu, just using his skill and his reach, going around the Huntingdon defender. And that'll make it a 3-1 lead here for the Mohawks. Rister comes on, save made by Chaz, and a rebound deflected by Matt Stacey on defense. Stacey off the boards, not out. Rister pad save. The point it comes. And here come the Mohawks. But there it is, Latour had it knocked off his stick. What a chippy battle between Norton and Miguel Cote. Huntingdon on a change. Pass tipped in by Roterdes Mentor. 2:30 to go. And away comes Huntingdon into Mohawks territory. Out in front. We got a interference call, I think, coming up away from the play. And let's see who's going to the box. It's a cross check. And, well, nobody's in the penalty box for the Mohawks. Well, there's no one in the penalty box, but they only have 4 guys on. Oh, and now it looks like Matthew Stacey is going to be in the sin bin. It's a cross check on Stacey. And it's time for another Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers penalty kill. Huntingdon 0 for 3 on the power play. Out in front, a backhander. Norton makes the save. And the Mohawks clear it out of the zone. Seven-second differential game clock and penalty clock. As the Huskies now bring it in. A wrist shot blocked by Daytona Lazar, and the Mohawks shoot it back in. Tannehill behind their own net. Oh, ho, ho, ho! Oh, Tannehill! Whoa! That was a takeaway. Lazar in front trying to hit Suggo Rice. All right, even the Mohawks bench was appreciating that move by Tannehill as he dropped Suggo Rice. Meanwhile, the more important matters is that a minute has already elapsed on that power play. And now a face-off coming up inside the Husky zone. To the right of Tebow. Huskies win the draw. Todd Jacobs. And it's knocked away. And look out, 3 Huskies are away. Here goes Huntingdon. Dau, a wrister. Chaz Norton knocked it down. It'll be cleared out of the zone, and the final 50 seconds of this period are trickling upon us. Back to the point, Suggo Rice. Nice little move. Suggo on the backhand. Comes back. What a move! Couldn't get the shot away. As he had it knocked away by Theodore Ganem. And look at that takeaway as the Mohawks come back. Shot by Lazar is stopped, and that'll go out of play. Three to one Kahnawake, 25 seconds to go in the second period. 18 seconds left in the penalty. Face off to the right of the Huntingdon cage. 7-second differential between game and penalty clock, and the Huskies have it. And away goes Huntingdon. Connor Smythe, who has the goal for the Huskies, shoots it in wide of the Mohawks goal. Down to 15 seconds left. Stolen puck by Huntingdon. Back out in front. Slap shot. Blocked. Power play is over. 5 seconds to go in the period. Blocked by Morris. 1 second left. There's a wrist there. Glove save on route by Todd Jacobs, and that'll do it for the second period of play. The Mohawks have the lead 3-1 heading into the third. We're back here with period 3 at full strength. The Mohawks and the Huntingdon Huskies here in round 1 of the President's Cup playoffs, U-18 B division. The Mohawks lead it 3-1. And a very good turnout here at St. Timothy Arena. Kahnawake Ronu coming out in plenty to watch this game. Carter Snow shoots, glove save made, and no rebound given up by Tebow. Face-off won by the Mohawks. Intercepted back behind the goal by the Mohawks, but Huntingdon now takes control. Kahnawake picking it up. And it's now regathered by Huntingdon as Smythe picked it up. Across center ice and into the Mohawk zone they go. Shot right on, nice stick stop made. To the point it goes. Here's the wrist shot. Knocked down, loose in the blue paint and cleared to the point. And that does not get out. Good keeping. And away come the Huntingdon Huskies. Dubois. And a weak shot, not on. Chaz Norton pokes it back into the corner. Interference call coming up on Huntingdon. And the Huskies will have to kill off a penalty. The Mohawks 1 for 3, and it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers man advantage. Mohawks 1 for 3 on the night. And Dylan Dubois is going to the sin bin for 2 minutes or less, and Mohawks hoping that it's the latter rather than the former, and if it is the latter, that means they would have the opportunity to have scored on the power play, or they would have scored on the power play. 13:39 left to go. Mohawks 3, Huskies 1. It's picked up by George Jacobs. Walks in, fires. That hit something and went way out of play. And it's won by the Mohawks. Jacobs fires. And that one will be handled by Tebow. 3-1 Mohawks leading with 13:27 to play here in round 1 of the President's Cup playoffs. One back to George Jacobs. He has a look. Nice little move from the ladies' tees. That stop. Rebound. Tuax hit the outside of the net. And the pass there to Spator. Spator held it in. Jacobs sends it back, or tried to send it back deep. Huntingdon sends him back. and the Mohawks will have to come back into their own zone. Latour on the move, making his way across to center ice, and now getting into Huntingdon territory. Latour fires, and that one won't hit the target. And that'll be cleared out, and the Mohawks will have to start over. George Jacobs shoots it into Huntingdon territory. And that'll be a penalty to the Mohawks. And now some pushing and shoving. Two-Ax initially getting the 2 for holding, and we'll have to wait and see what else is coming up here. All right, so the officials are going to sort this one out. We're going to take a pause for the cause. Mohawks by 2. Face off to the right of the Mohawks cage, and after all that, it remains 5-on-4 for the Mohawks. Stolen puck, and now it's taken back by the Mohawks. Todd Jacobs going for a skate. Jacobs! Oh, he got knocked down. 20 seconds left to go in the Mohawks power play. Struggle Rice pinned against the glass. Matthew Stacy. Clearing attempt knocked down at the point by Huntingdon. Look at this, 2-on-0. Oh, hit the post! A short side attempt was blocked by the bar. Pass out in front. And a follow-up chance is blocked. Steered back by Norton, penalty over. 11:15 to go in the third. Mohawks leading Huntingdon by a count of 3-1. They forward Odu Daibo up the ice for Suggo Rice. Rice trying to get in behind the defense. Suggo Rice, backhander! Score! A backhander, and that'll make it 4-1 with 11:06 to go in the third. Now the interesting part of all this is going to be, when do those kids get out of the box? Because it's only 2-Ax and 1 Huntingdon player that are in the sin bin. No one else is in there, and they don't have anything up on the board. So as far as it's 5-on-5, full strength, except Riley 2-Ax and a Huntingdon player are in the penalty box. Stolen by Huntingdon. Taken away by Dehain near Deer. And Daibo and Deer collide. They got their wires crossed. Here's the wrister over the top of Norton's goal. Picked up by the Mohawks and played up. Oh, no. Daibo got hit in the head. Or at least it looks like it. Daibo got hit in the head. And a ruckus broke out here. Ejection. Daibo and Deer are gone. Is that the end of the game? You gotta be kidding me. Is that the game? And that is your game. The Mohawks win. And as far as we know, the Mohawks have won by a final count of 4-1. As far as we know, this game ends in a 4-1 Mohawks win. So that's going to do it. I'm Brian DeBordo for Baby Blue Memories. This game called with 10 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third period. There was a high hit to the head of Deho Redondo Daibo, who reacted. You could definitely say he wasn't happy about it. 2 Mohawks ejected, 1 Huntingdon player ejected, and possible suspensions looming as we make our way through to the elimination round. Their final score, Mohawks 4, Huskies 1. I'm Brian DeBordo for Baby Blue Memories. We're out of here on a D1.